Hi everyone, how are you doing today? So, welcome back. In my last video, we talked about the voice framework, which is V for validate, O for open, I for involve, C for communicate, and E for embed. So, today we're going to use a case study to really explain how you can use and incorporate the voice framework. So, today's case study is applying the voice framework to a women's economic empowerment campaign. And so we have the context and challenge. So in 2023, the NGO Harvest Initiative launched a women's economic empowerment campaign in Elisha, Osun State. Despite strong policy support and funding, uptake of microcredit and skills training among rural women remained 20%. It remained below 20%. Surveys suggested the problem was a lack of awareness, but attendance at community meetings stayed low. Harvest realized that traditional top down outreach wasn't connecting with women's real concerns. So, what did they do? The next thing they did was to use the voice framework for this campaign and for this initiative. So, let's see how they used it effectively well. So V, which is validate their reality. The approach they took was instead of opening with loan terms or training curricula, campaign staff spent a week living in three villages in the local government, helping at local markets, working farm plots, and sharing meals. That is, they went in to really understand what is really going on, why there's been no outturn, where there's been no result. So many women cited the insight gathered from doing this was many women cited irregular market access as their biggest concern, not a lack of capital as they initially thought. And they look at several noted that previous training felt too technical and too irrelevant for their daily routine. So that means the trainings they've been organizing has been too technical, big grammar, which comes to the issue of keep it simple, make it relatable for people. And so the next thing they did was to use the whole, which is open the dialogue. So the approach here was to set up informal market chats under the central mango tree every each market day, inviting women to share challenges over tea, establish a moderated WhatsApp group for those with phones. And the results, what emerged from these was a popular local leader, Mama Rahim, revealed that women felt intimidated by male training halls. So that means the women want a sort of a place where they can be themselves, where they can talk, and then request surface for child-friendly meeting times and on the spot child care. Because they are women, they have to take care of home, they have to take care of their children. So if they have to sacrifice bringing their children to the meeting, there must be something to take care of them. And the usage of the high is you involve them in solutions, involve. So they use insight from the market charts. They now co-design three offerings with a core group of 25 women. So that is the feedback gotten. So the three core groups they organized or designed is the micro loan bundles, which repaid through weekly market sales, not monthly installment. So if you have there are some villages that have 5 day markets, some have 3 days, and some have 7 days. So every market day, these women will be repaying back their loans, and they will have they have a market mama trainee, which is held under trees, and the children are welcome to join, like an informal starting, but it's a training session. And then they have a peer mentorship circle pairing more experienced sellers with newcomers to help them boost their business, and it's sort of like a hand holding issue. And the outcome is ownership soared, as one participant put it. This is our plan and not someone else. So you make them feel important, that they own the program as well along with you. And the C part of voice is communicate in their language. So the campaign materials replace jargons with everyday phrases, like instead of using enterprise diversification, the flyer reads grow what sells best. SMS reminders said, see you under the mango tree for tips on making extra 1,000 naira this market day. And the result was word of mouth referrals tripled attendance at trial session. So when people feel you understand them, you speak their language, their local language, the way they think in the most simplicity, simple form, you will get response from them. And the E, which is embed continuous feedback. So the approach they use is weekly check-ins, two-question voice note surveys. They use a communities scorecard. So these were like on market notice board. People scored them, showing how many women access loans and training. And then the monthly listening circles, that open forums for tweaks and adjustments were made when feedback showed some women still miss training because of harvest season. A new harvest time light model module was co-created with participants. So that means no matter whatever you're doing as a woman during harvest period, during planting season, there's something for you to develop, for you to be able to develop yourself, learn and grow with others, and no one is left behind. And the impact and result of using the voice framework here is adoption rates grew, participants jumped from 18% to 68% within 4 months. Loan repayments, remember they pay this loan back every market day. So it becomes 95% on time repayment driven by tailored weekly schedules. Income growth, average weekly market proceeds rose by 2,500 per women, and community champions, three original participants who were the first set of people now originates marketing, now co-facilitates for market chat for neighboring villages. So it's like a train the trainer sort of a thing, and people have taken ownership of it. So the key takeaways when you use the voice framework, you move from to with. So true empathy begins with listening, not lecturing. Co-creation breeds ownership. When women help shape solutions, they take ownership of them. Language and context matter. Speak in terms people live by every day. Feedback is for continuous loop power, trust, and course correction. So they say we didn't just teach women how to use loans, we learned with them what success truly means because the women taught the harvest team as well as what the harvest team came to imbibe and impute. But at the same time, it was a symbiotic relationship. They both learned from one another. So I will leave you with this uh, two questions while you reflect on how you've been able to use the voice framework or how you can use it in your work, in your project. So, the first question is, in your advocacy work, how have you created space for genuine listening? And the second one is, what small feedback loops could you embed in your next campaign? Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I hope that this video has been quite enlightening and very encouraging for you. So, see you in the next video. And do connect, share, send me a mail, and talk about this video with your friends and people around you. So, thank you.